All right, guys, it is Sunday, July 2nd. We're going to do a walk around. We actually have the plumber here today working on a Sunday, but I told him I'll be quick in getting through. A number of updates this week, some good, some unexpected as usual. Let's go ahead and take a walk. Parking lot's cleaned up a little bit. They've cut all the openings here, or at least most of them, for the windows facing the parking lot and the main door. I believe this double one here is going to be the main entrance. And they're also basically doing some work to get everything even externally for putting the final exterior coating on. And let's go ahead and walk towards Granby Street. It's a nice day today. It's going to be hot, I think. It's not too bad yet. All right, so up to Granby Street here, and it was actually fairly dry this week. So we did get a bit done on the exterior as far as the installation and getting things prepped. You'll see a little bit more on 35th Street versus Granby. I think 35th is progressed a little faster, but you can see they've added in some of the exterior, I guess, pre-layers, you could call it, and you can see the little metal shelving here. That's just to basically support insulation that'll go inside. As you can tell, well, I guess they've started over here, and this is the 35th Street side. You can see they got the rails up for the installation. All of this is new. This wasn't here last week. I forget if I walked around all the way out here last week. Kind of leaned down so you can get a wider view. You can see they started putting insulation in the rails. So that's progressing. You know, this week they're going to work a half day on Monday, and then of course take Tuesday off. So it might not be spectacular progress this coming week, but we'll see. We've got some things inside to show as well. As we walk by, go back inside here. And yeah, gas meter still hasn't been hooked up. We just kind of have that blacked off because we have to put the bollards in front of it because you don't really want a gas line to be accessible for a vehicle to hit it. So that's plumbed. We're just still waiting for the meter to go in. They cleaned out a lot of the stuff that was out here. All this masonry. It was kind of a struggle to get everything off site once they cut all the holes in the masonry there. All right, inside, we gotta be careful in here. As you can see, there's some caution tape wrapped around all this masonry, and we can squeeze on through it. Actually, I forgot my hard hat today, so don't ever do this on your own. I'm just gonna sneak through here. Hopefully it doesn't collapse. Yeah, so we have all these lintels up, basically so we could open things up for the entryway and for reception. But once they were getting into doing some more cutting out this week, they noticed that like the existing masonry isn't of the highest standard. You can tell by just looking up in there as they're cutting through to open it up. Basically, the lintels aren't attached to something that's very structurally sound. So we've got to put a little bit more steel in up here, so we've got a safe entryway. So right now they've kind of got this roped off. So we can't walk in there, and we shouldn't walk in there just because it's not safe. But they do have some post supports that they put in temporarily for everything. So beyond that, there's of course a lot of cutting that went on with this masonry to get all that cinder block out. This is for the main entrance here. We saw that on the outside. This is the inside part. Framing wise, pretty much, it's not really a great view to see this way, but they did some additional framing this week. We'll just do a quick walkthrough because I showed that mostly last week. I forget what this room is. I think this is kind of like a little printer scanner room for reception, and maybe I think we'll have a phone in there, so if we want to just have the phones away from the reception area, we can just do it inside that room, so the people that are out in reception don't necessarily have to worry about answering the phones. Exam rooms to the right, and then this will be a treatment entrance here on the left. So you can see, same thing as last week. This is just the main treatment area. Sterilization will be in here as well. And you'll be able to access it through the outer walkway by the exam rooms, which we're in right now. And then right in here is going to be the technician station. So there'll be just an area for the technicians to work. And then that's the kind of like emergency exit door there. That's an exit only door. Going down the back hallway here. Exam rooms on the right, and then starts to be procedure rooms and dental stuff on the right, and then also rooms reserved for future use. And then this is a pass-through. So basically, this can get you into treatment, or you can pass through and get all the way up to reception if you'd like, and you can also access the doctor's office through here, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that the doctor's office will have an entrance over here. And heading back up to the reception area. And we're going to sneak through here again. This is, I think, the safer portion of it over here. And so what's coming up next? We've got the roof drain plumbing to run. All of the plumbing for the vacuum system, that basically the vacuum runs through PVC pipe. So the plumber will be doing that. We'll have a few wall outlets around the hospital, as well as a lot of kick plates. So basically if you're sweeping up a room or an area or a hallway, you can just do the kick plate and then sweep it in there instead of having to use a dustpan and carrying it in somewhere else. And then, of course, we've got to work on this area some more this week for reception, shoring it up. I know the steel guys have some material on order. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more progress this time next week. I'm not sure how quickly that'll move. And then, of course, on the exterior, we hope to have some progress to show a week from now. And so that concludes today's tour. You guys have a happy 4th and stay tuned. Oh, and actually, I forgot one other development this week. It completely skipped my mind. But they are completely repaving Granby Street here. So we'll have a nice, smooth street kind of due for it. And then we're going to redo the entrance apron here to kind of match up with the new blacktop.